Welcome students of course 5011 Research uh, in Education for Change. We are on week 9 and this week we continue with, if you want, alternative approaches to research, and this week we are looking at action research. And this is an exciting approach to research, as the term suggests. It is a type of research that aims at action, and by this you might see in the readings that it has some maybe affiliation to transformative or political tendencies in research. In this kind of research, the subjects have some ownership on the study, and actually the boundaries between a researcher and a subject on which the study is conducted, that these boundaries are becoming blurry. And this is another challenge to the notion of objectivity. So we started with a very strong notion of objectivity earlier in the course, and we see that when we explore more alternative, not to say radical, approaches to research, this notion of objectivity become more and more complex. And as such, action research also liberates, if you want, researchers that are interested in it from conventional methods of research. So actually, we're looking at two types of action research. One is participatory action research, and the other one is collaborative action research, where in our two readings, each discusses different kind of action research. The two types have a lot of in common, of course, but they have also some differences, and you're asked this week, among other things, also to look at those differences. So we have two readings. The one about participatory action research by McDonald, then understanding participatory action research, a qualitative research methodology action, and the other reading about collaborative action research by Levine and Rock, the effects of collaborative action research on pre-service and experienced teacher partners in professional development schools. So the paper on the participatory action research is a theoretical one with no particular study. The other readings about the collaborative action research have some theory, but also it is a study of particular collaborative action research. So what I am asking you to do this week, we have two themes, not a theme per type, but more an integrative approach we are taking. So the first theme is comparing the two types. I'm actually asking you both to compare and contrast the two types, and doing that through looking at different aspects of research that we have discussed throughout the course, meaning look at philosophical assumptions beneath each of the types, who are the potential participants and the relationship between them. Remember, it's different type now of researcher participant. What's the goal of the academic researcher, is, if there is one, goals of each type of each of the types, and how the two types of action research promote educational change, and of course you need to relate to characteristics that are discussed or demonstrated in the readings. So this is the first theme, to compare the two. The second theme is more application. I'm asking you to pick one of the types, participatory or collaborative action research, and construct research scenario using specific type, the specific approach, similar to what we've done in week 2. Actually, it would be a good idea to go back to the discussion back there, and my comments and your peers' comments to remember and learn or relearn about some challenges and difficulties that you have back then. So I'm asking you this time, regarding action research, to come up with a scenario again that is related to education for change as you understand it, and specifically to specify the topic, the research question, the context, meaning where the study will take place. Is it in a school, kindergarten, somewhere else maybe? What research method you will use, or they will use in this kind of research? Interviews, observations, focus groups, something else maybe, and who are the participants? Which, again, participants, researchers, it's becoming blurry. I'm asking you to explain why you construct this specific combination of those aforementioned components, and I'm also asking you to identify one possible problem with this research scenario. That's it. That's for this week. We making good progress with the course, and we looking at alternative approaches to research in education. I'm wishing you enjoyable week and readings, and have good work this week, and see you as usual on D12 discussion website. Bye bye.